We're here today to celebrate a really exciting project that was designed to bring smiles to the faces of our children, their families, and the staff who work with them.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm just delighted to be here and pleased to bring greetings from the Board of Directors at Hotel Dieu Hospital and to help celebrate the grand opening of a project that supports our mission of providing excellent and compassionate health care to all who come through our doors. At Hotel Dieu, we record tens of thousands of pediatric patients visits every year, covering a wide spectrum of physical illnesses and challenges. And the response of those kids to those hospital visits really cover a broad spectrum as well. Everything from fear, anxiety, fussiness, and boredom. And Smilezone Foundation recognizes that kids, just like us, just like adults, can better face challenging situations when they're smiling. And that comes with simply helping them to have fun. So that fun is here at Hotel Dieu Hospital.
How honored we are to be involved in any way with this project. It's something we really believe in. And further, it's a privilege to be able to give back in some way. I think we all think that smiles are the best interaction. Every social interaction is improved by a smile or an exchange of smiles. If we can contribute to that in any way, we're thrilled and privileged. So thank you so much.
To think that we would have 3 areas of our spaces transformed, I would have thought that was impossible. First of all, I would think, who would ever do that? But second of all, who would ever do that in such a short time span? And it seemed like yesterday, and it almost was just yesterday that I first met the Smilezone team and they came here. We had brainstormed what areas might we want to transform, and so we picked 3. We walked around. I was so thrilled by Danielle's excitement, Scott's practicality, and Linda's vision. And they would, the 3 of them, you should have just, it was great. They would walk in and they could just see Scott's planning the cabinets, Linda's got the murals, and Danielle's figuring out all the details. And we're all walking around going, oh, this is going to look great, and this is going to look great, and this is going to look great. We're walking down the hall. The rest of us are all kind of going, okay, so who's going to get it? Which one are they going to do? Which one, who's going to be the lucky person? You should have seen our mouths when Scott goes, well, if we're going to come, we're going to do all 3. And so here we are with 3 fantastic transformed spaces. You see right here the Smilezone, and I'm not saying this at the risk of sounding like I'm being defensive. This is fun. It really is a lot of fun to try, but this is more than a game. This system actually is bringing gamification to therapy. So this is a true product that we will be piloting where we're going to help kids improve mobility along with the theme of this room.
The concept of Smilezone started when both Adam Graves and I were approached to make a financial contribution to the new Oakville Hospital where we both live. And after many soul-searching meetings, Adam and Violet Graves, my wife Jackie, and I decided to start a foundation. It was predetermined at that time. It had to be for children, about children, and a benefit to children. And then we sat down, we said, well, why only Oakville? We wanted to reach out to children in communities big and small. Our vision has no boundaries. We are focused on putting smiles in kids' faces across Canada. Every child deserves to smile. Very early on, we discovered that we not only had to look at the child in need, but to the extended families. These obstacles, or the obstacles that these families have to overcome, is beyond words. Parents have stresses that most of us cannot understand, and the siblings are often left wondering, why us? No one signs up for this. The hardships that each family has to endure is not a choice that they have made. It's been thrust upon them. Life is not fair. Kingston Hotel Dieu is an incredible organization serving thousands of children and youth and their families in central and eastern Ontario. That being said, we are honored to bring Smilezone to Kingston. Smilezone Foundation takes pride in ensuring that each zone is customized, accessible, and designed for the children that are treated at each facility. We worked closely with the occupational team, the doctors, the nursing staff, as well as the administrators and the foundation of Kingston. This is a collaboration of ideas and suggestions from many people. I'd like to point out in particular Shannon Cool, of the Hospital Foundation was a great advocate as well. She was able to eliminate a lot of the red tape and move this project forward quickly and smoothly. Thank you, Shannon. I would also like to thank the Smileboard board, Smilezone board. I think there's 4 or 5 of us here today. I know my wife Jackie's here, Brian Richardson's here, Nick Javor is here as well. BMO, I'd like to also thank BMO. They've been a tremendous support. They gave us a large donation last year, and I would like to thank BMO on behalf of the Smilezone board. And in particular, I know the Senior Vice President of Eastern Ontario is here this morning, Sandra Henderson. I assume Sandra's here. Thank you, Sandra, for coming. I've run a successful business for 32 years. I can honestly tell you one thing. Smilezone is the most rewarding and humbling and fulfilling thing that I've ever done in my entire life. It's great to be involved with Smilezone, not only with the people that work at hospitals like Hotel Dieu, and I'll tell you right now, they are the heroes in life. You inspire me and all of our Smilezone organizations. So guys like Dr. Bob, thank you very much. It's been a slice. When we were approached by Kingston's Hotel Dieu, one of our board members who couldn't be here today, Randy Lennox, suggested it'd be a great opportunity to have the HIP involved. And I'll tell you what, these guys jumped on board. They're local celebrities. They're celebrities not only in Kingston, it's worldwide. It's not even Canada-wide, they're worldwide. They're celebrities. And for them to give part of their time and their effort and their name to back Smilezone, huge opportunity. And I'll tell you what, they're Kingston born and bred, and they love Kingston. And from everything that I hear, they give back to the community, and this is just another part of it. And thank you very much for all your time.
I would like to acknowledge and thank Scott Back Foundation and his very enthusiastic team, and of Danielle, who I understand was a wizard at coordinating all kinds of complicated schedules to make this transition happen. It's hard to put a price on a smile, and the gift that you've provided to our community and to the children who are served by Hotel Dieu Hospital is truly priceless. Not only are these 3 spaces much more child and youth friendly, but it is wonderful to hear how our kids were involved in some of the technology that was chosen for these spaces, such as our ScreenPlay system, which I understand Bob is going to demo for us a little later, here in the Child Development Center. This innovative technology was designed and tested by researchers, clinicians, and kids at Holland Bloorview Kids Rehabilitation Hospital, and we're thrilled that it's found a home in this facility. We're also appreciative of your efforts to involve local flavor in these transformed areas, and particularly with the Tragically Hip themed room, and what a fun space for kids in our community. So thank you to the band, and thank you to our Smilezone champions who did such a great job of involving them. We are thrilled to see such national celebrities as yourselves get behind projects that are meaningful. I know that you have a particular heart for children and youth in this community. I saw the effects of your mentoring a number of wonderful young musicians a couple of weekends ago. I guess it was just last weekend. And we thank you for throwing your involvement and enthusiasm behind this project as well. Scott and all Smilezone supporters, we are so thankful. You are enabling better experiences for some truly extraordinary people in our community, young people who receive care and their families here at Hotel Dieu Hospital. So thank you so much.
Do say you've spent this room here as one of our main rooms where we do our therapy, right?
Yes.
Would you say you've spent a lot of time in this room?
Yes.
Yeah. And what are some of the things you've learned to do in
I
here?
learned to walk with a walker, use canes, use the climbing wall back there, climb stairs, and ride a bike.
Yeah, you've learned to do a lot of things in this room. It's amazing. And if these walls could talk, they'd probably have a lot of stories to tell, wouldn't they? Vanessa loves to tell stories about our therapy experiences in here, so I thought she could tell you one quick little story.
Like when I was younger, I used to play with beanbags that were in here, and there was one called Heavy, and if I threw it in the bucket, Kieran would have to balance on her head, jump up and down, and sing the ABCs in a circle. One was called Stinky, and if I got it in the bucket, she would have to smell it.
Yeah, Vanessa liked to give me some therapy too while we were doing this, right? Yeah. And what about the Children's Outpatient Center waiting room? Would you say you've spent some time there?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time there.
Yeah. How many surgeries have you had?
9 surgeries.
9 surgeries. And what's the name of the doctor that's done a lot of your orthopedic surgery? Dr. Borshnick. And what's the nickname you like to call him?
Dirty Rascal.
Dirty Rascal. So as part of Janessa's therapy going through getting ready for surgery and sort of coping with surgery, she did some poem writing with her mom and herself. So she's got lots of them. If anyone wants to read them, they're very talented, but she's just going to read you a little blurb of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I start?
Sure, start there, yeah.
Dear Dr. Rascal, you have a lot of patients, so I have a few requests. You may be a great surgeon, but I still know me best. Just a few reminders when I am in your care. Put on your nicest gown. For heaven's sakes, fix your hair. I really do appreciate all the things you do. It will take me some time to, I don't know how to thank you for all that I've been through. It's nice you chose a profession that deals with special needs. I'm sure you will be rewarded for all your rascally deeds.
It's lovely. Yeah, that's good. And you can clean them.
New TV?
New TV. Oh, that's good. Thank goodness for that.
These are short.
Oh, the kids will love it. Look at the rooms.